Alright guys, welcome back to Keth Plays Dungeon Defenders. Last time we defeated the Goblin Mech. We talked a little bit about the hero shop and saving godly items and throwing them in there to sell for mana. This time we're going to go ahead and just do a map. We're going to do the Royal Gardens. Medium, we're going to go ahead and turn hardcore back on. We turned that off because the boss is kind of a pain. But we probably could have left it on because the build I ended up using took out the guy without much trouble. So, let's see here. Royal Gardens. This map is another one of those kind of pain-in-the-butt maps. It's got 3 different crystals, there's multiple types of enemies, and multiple lanes where they come from. Good choke point, right here. Let's go ahead and start putting walls down. You got 3 different chokes coming from up this direction. This is a good place to put a tower and a wall. Go ahead and put this one right there. Angle it this way. Do the same on the other side. Get this chest up here. So, like I said, you get some of these maps are really open. Really a pain. Some of the maps, a little bit more closed off, less chokes to deal with, much easier to play on. So, the one we're actually going to come up during this 4 levels, the Ramparts, is one we're going to discuss, because that's one that I used for farming for a low-level character. So, I'm going to go ahead and place this one. We're going to angle it so that it just barely covers that, but it covers all this over here because we're worried about wyverns on this map. Oops. Missed my jump on that one. But yeah, wyverns on this map are kind of a pain. They come from all sorts of different directions and you gotta deal with them. Not a huge fan of where the wyverns come from. So we'll go ahead and place another one here. On the positive side, a lot of these chokes are designed similarly, so your build on one end is going to be the same on the other side. So, down here, you're going to run into a problem with this one, I can already tell you. You're going to want to go ahead and place your wall and your tower. But the problem is there's going to be an ogre that comes out, and he's going to be able to hit through that wall and hit your wall. That's kind of a pain. There's a way to deal with it. I will show you when it comes around. Probably going to run into the same thing on this map that we ran into the last map with mobs getting past my walls. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. So you're going to see my map open more on this level than you have in the past. Let's see here. Place this. Place it that way. Fireball up there. Still using the same weapon we had on the last map, since that one we got wasn't really an upgrade. So it's still got some of those upgraded stats, still doing some damage, that's good. So, that is the one positive side to upgrading your weapon. You're going to have it for a while, for the most part. So, if you do put in some extra points into its damage, you don't necessarily have to feel bad about doing that, because it's definitely worth it when you need the extra damage. You know, if something comes out and you're not expecting it, you can go ahead and go over and take care of it. Gain some movement speed, gain some attack rate of fire, lose a little range on the tower. We're going to go ahead and equip that. That's a good enough upgrade for me. So, going to go ahead and place another magic missile over here to help cover this side, and probably a fireball tower in the middle. That'll be good. That's going to be covered. Don't have to worry about anything else coming from those, I would think. Come down here, get the chest. Leave that alone. So I've been trying to think of the idea of tips as far as, what tips and tricks I can give you. For each level, for specific classes. And the main thing I can think of is wall, single target, and AoE damage. That's the one I think I'm going to talk about. The main reason that we have a wall is to keep things from dealing damage to our towers. The main reason we have the magic missiles is they focus on single target. They will burn down a mob, and the main reason we have the fireballs is because they do AoE damage, hit everything. The magic missile towers do a non-elemental damage, so you don't have to worry about them doing any having any immunity problems. When you place one of those down, none of the mobs it's going to hit is going to have an immunity to it. So you don't have to worry about immunities with those specific towers. Unfortunately, they do the lowest amount of damage out of all of our towers until you get some serious upgrades into them. Now, on the positive side, they're quick firing. They're really good for wyvern defense. And they're really good at burning down single target mobs. So, when you think of it that way. Fireball towers do a lot of damage, do a lot of AoE damage. These are good for groups. You want to use a tower like that where you're going to get groups congregating. So like right here, this is a choke. All those mobs are going to have to hit this wall eventually. That fireball tower is going to hit them as much as possible. A fireball tower out here in the middle of nowhere, just to do, damage to wyverns or strays or anything else that you're going to have, isn't going to do a whole heck of a lot for you. So keep that in mind. Same with our electric towers here, our lightning towers. They're really good for AoE damage, not so great for just dealing with your random mob that shows up in the middle of nowhere. So, definitely think about that when you're placing towers. So, and I'm trying to remember where the wyverns come from on this one. I believe this tower gets attacked from this direction. So I'll go ahead and throw a few up there. Throw a few over here as well, doing the same kind of deal. And the positive side about the apprentice towers is a lot of our lower level towers, you can place 1 million of those suckers with the DU you have for some of these maps. And so while they may not do a whole heck of a lot of damage, a lot of little damage adds up over time. And another thing I like to do in particular is because that ogre likes to get stuck back here, I like to put towers back here. And deal the damage. Unfortunately, this tune just doesn't have the range that I'm used to, so that's not gonna happen on this particular guy. Where's our last mob? Occasionally you'll run into this where you'll burn through the mob so fast you kind of gotta wait for the next spawn. That just means you're doing a good job. Keep it up. So we'll go ahead and upgrade. While this happens, this is a good time to upgrade and repair, because you have no mobs attacking your towers. You got nothing going on that you need to worry about. Great time to go around and collect extra mana and upgrade and repair your towers. So take advantage of it. Later on, it'll be the spiders that get stuck occasionally. And you'll usually get one mob left, and you'll be like, where the heck is he? And he's stuck on a wall somewhere. Take full advantage of that. Ooh, explosion. I ran right into that. So, don't have enough mana at this point. We'll go ahead and repair. Do our build phase. And you'll also learn routes when you're going through. So like, for example, you'll learn where the chests are. Man, I got stuck there. And you'll learn, I want to take this specific route to get to these chests, just to make it a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just to make it easier on you. You know, make use of your time. Specifically because when you get into the harder difficulties, you're going to have a limited amount of time. You're going to run into maps where you only have, like Glitterhelm, for example, one of the later maps. You're going to run into it where you have literally like a minute to set up all your defenses. Well, it takes about a minute to traverse the whole damn thing. It's such a huge map. Let's see. Okay, there's the wyverns coming from right here where I thought they were coming from, so my towers are going to deal with them. Not a problem. There's that ogre. Good, he actually came out. I was worried that he wouldn't. Upgrade. A little concerned he'd get stuck. I've seen it happen before. So, it looks like nothing got through. None of the wyverns got through. So we're doing good so far. What do we got going on over here? Nothing. Stupid skeletons. Go ahead and repair that. Where are we going? Okay, we got another necromancer down there in the corner. Something to keep an eye on. Just in case. See how... Oh, hey, that worked. Never mind. Disregard as you were. Occasionally those necromancers get stuck around a corner and they'll just, like for example the Servant's Quarter maps, where he was out of the range of my towers, I couldn't do anything about it, and he just kept launching skeletons over and over and over against my walls. You definitely want to keep an eye on those guys when they spawn and see what they're up to, because they can potentially do a lot of damage because of summoning skeletons just over and over and over and over again. Your towers will start to destroy the skeletons, but they'll get one hit off your wall, and one hit on your wall per 100 skeletons that you're not paying attention to will burn that wall down in no time. Still pumping a base damage. When you get the level ups, we're going to go ahead and G up. Got just about all the towers I need. Eventually you'll get to the point of where you have a lot of mana, and you'll think to yourself, why do I need to open these chests if I've already got maxed out mana, I've already got all my towers maxed out? Well, good items can come out of chests, so that's why you're opening chests. Don't forget about them just because you realize, oh hey, I don't need the mana from the chest. You may need the item that it drops. I've seen some seriously good drops come out of those. Whoa, what are we doing here? And obviously, I missed a wyvern spawn somewhere. So, let's summon a couple of magic missile towers. And that will take care of that problem. On the other hand, I have no idea how this guy got there. Put some extra defenses. Never hurts to have too many towers. But as you can see, it can hurt to have too little. We almost lost a tower there. Let's see what's going on over here. Not good. stupid necromancers need to be taken out. Looks like I get to be the one to do it. Okay, summon. And that was facing completely the wrong direction. Way to go, Keth. And it looks like I'm losing on the other side, too. Oh, kobolds are getting to him. No big deal on that one. Well, that got a little hectic there at the end. So, what did we learn this one? We learned a couple extra towers put in places where you're not sure you're going to need them never hurts. That was kind of embarrassing. So, but a good learning experience. Good to show you that even a veteran gamer, you know, or at least, let me put that this way, a veteran dungeon defender still makes mistakes on occasion. So, you can definitely see that even though you have plans, you put extra towers, you think you've got it all covered, something's going to happen, and you need to be ready to react to that. So let's open this last chest, see what fell out. Nothing worth upgrading. Alrighty, well, there we go with the Royal Gardens. Another 2 levels, and then we got a boss level after that. So, hope you guys are still enjoying the series. And definitely let me know if there's anything you want me to discuss in my upcoming videos. Like I said, I plan on finishing up the main quest line, and then I am going to start doing some videos as far as guides go on some of the challenges, some of the harder difficulties. We're going to talk about farming, how to control multiple characters, stuff like that in some of those guides. So look forward to that. Alrighty guys, this is Keth, signing off.